Now, when I lose all my weight, will I act like Fanita and go berserk, go on a power trip and treat everybody bad because of all the times I was treated bad? No. And I feel like partial reason is because I was not a fat kid or a fat teenager. You know what I mean? I know what it feels like to be skinny and low body fat. I didn't start getting real fat. I didn't become fat till like I was like 24. Feel what I'm saying? I was gaining weight my early 20s, but I didn't get fat till like 24. So, meaning I know what it feels like to be rejected, what it feels like to be liked when I was skinny. I had girls that didn't like me when I was skinny, and then I had girls that liked me when I was skinny. Meaning, you know what I'm saying? I had girls that liked me when I was skinny, and then I had girls that rejected me when I was skinny. I had girls that called me ugly when I was skinny. So I can't blame me being fat, saying, oh, I'm fat, that's why girls don't like me no more. Nah, because I didn't experience both when I was at a smaller rank, you know what I mean? But being fat has definitely changed, the way people see me. I remember when I was skinny, and when I first started gaining weight, when you got on a nice outfit on, girls will like look at you, whisper to themselves, "Oh, girl, he fine." Since I've been fat these last couple years, bro, I haven't heard that. I haven't seen that. It's just a whole overall feeling when you fat. But one thing I don't deal with is when I was skinny, you had niggas try you all the time, do this and do that, look at you certain ways. Me being big how I am now, I don't really have niggas try me and shit like that. You know what I mean? When I first started gaining weight, niggas weren't trying me like that no more. So that was a good thing about it, right? When you skinny or you short, I'm not short, but when you skinny and short, people try you, bro. Men feel like they could do stuff to you. They can feel like they can slap you in your fucking head, slap you in your mouth, because they feel like you small, you're not really a threat. You know what I mean? So you spend most of your life trying to fucking show them, yeah, nigga, what's up? Stabbing niggas, fighting niggas because you short or skinny trying to make up for it. But if you big, they don't try you like that. Now the world in it, you know what I mean? You got Trump doing all this and doing that. Do I think the world's gonna end? I know it's gonna end, but probably not in my time or your time, maybe our kids' time or kids' kids. And I heard somebody say, they always say the world's gonna end, it never fucking ends. You know what I mean? Well, it's about biblical prophecy, stuff like that. And anytime you say, well they say they're supposed to, anybody, if you ever hear somebody that talk about the Bible or Christian or whatever the case may be, and they say, oh, time is going to end at a certain day or month, they're not a real Christian or they don't study the Bible, because the Bible says nobody knows the time or the day, nothing. Feel what I'm saying? So if you going off a Christian saying, oh, the world gonna end, they've been saying the world gonna end on this certain day, and you listen to them and then you want to derail and try to debunk them off of that, you's an idiot, because everybody knows in the Bible it says nobody knows the time or the day. Feel what I'm saying? But there are signs and certain things that happen before the end. So I don't think the world's gonna end yet. As before, the biblical Armageddon, it'll be world peace. That's number one. Number two, it says in the Bible that he will not let the world get destroyed by mankind. So if you think it's going to get destroyed by nukes and things like that, it could be a great amount of casualties and amount of death and lands busted up, but the world will never be destroyed by man. God won't let it happen. That's prophesied in the Bible. So there's your answer. That means like it's gonna. What's crazy? It's not even a debate. Like we sit here debating. You might watch this video and say, "Oh, this and that," and get crazy, whatever. When war really happens, all this bullshit we're talking about and debating and stuff, you're not gonna be saying anything about this video because you're gonna be fucking dead. I'm gonna be dead. We're gonna be under some rubble somewhere, shot in the head somewhere. You know what I mean?